Family, what's up? What's up? What's up? Am I live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on all platforms except Instagram. But streaming from two different platforms, two different devices. One on my laptop. I got two going on my laptop actually. One on Facebook, one on YouTube, and then I got my phone that's on TikTok. Right, and so man, I titled um this live try again. Um that's the word that God gave me for 2026. It's try again. Those there are some things that have happened. Yo, what's up? Y'all come in, just drop something in the comments, say what's up to your boy. You know, there are some things that have happened in my life that didn't work out as I thought it would. And I just feel like God just told me this year to try them again, right? And it came from I was actually writing my wife a letter for Christmas, and I was just writing stuff down, and then that word just came to me, just try again, and I just felt it in my spirit, because I thought my word for 2026 was going to be rebuild. That's very much like me, like to rebuild, and so, but God put on my heart that the word is try again. So that's what we're doing. Like the things that have failed in the past, those things that didn't work out, to try them again, And so that's what I'm doing. Just doing everything that he told me to do over again, right? So speaking more, doing that again, starting new businesses, doing that again, and also being intentional with what I'm doing, right? Like being very intentional. I feel like in this season, God is like pushing me, or he has pushed me out of my comfort zone. Like doing this is one of the things that are out of my comfort zone. Tonight, just finished up teaching discipleship class. I was honored and blessed enough to have been asked to co-facilitate my discipleship class at Innovation Church. Never have done anything like that before, and the experience was amazing. The group was amazing. God moved in that room. We had a room full of people who are hungry for God, who are vulnerable for God. And so it was just amazing to be a part of that. And so while I say that, that's still out of my comfort zone, but I'm in a position where just allowing God to use me however He wants to use me. Let Him use me however He wants to use me. Hey, what's up, everybody? I see. Hey, what's going on, Ariel? How you doing? But I'm just allowing God to just use me in this season as He see fit, right? And so that's what I'm doing, man, and just being intentional about it. Another thing that I'm doing is I was on this call, and this guy was going over his goal, right? He's a multimillionaire. And so one thing he said he does is he writes down every night the four things that he has to do the next day. And so my wife actually bought me a pack of sticky notes, and every night before bed, I write down the top four things that I have to do the next day, and I make sure on the next day I get those four things done. It's a simple thing, but it's very intentional. And then at the end of the week, I'm grading myself on how I did. Right, like if I got hundreds all across the board every week, which means I did everything, like all the four things every single day, and I get 100 for the week. Like, if I didn't, I'll just average out those scores wherever that is. And so that's how we're rocking in 2026, right? We're going in with full intention. And another thing that I'm being intentional about is going live, right? My goal is to go live at least two times a week. And it's really to just share what God has put inside of me. I feel like for so long I've been a sponge, right? I've been a sponge. I've been soaking up everything, like soaking up wisdom, soaking up knowledge. And so I feel like God is saying, like, let me wring some of that out of you. Let me get some of that. And so that's what it is. So I'm just letting him wring me out, right? Like wring me out, and just, allowing him to use me how he wants to use me, right? So these lies, while they may seem random at first, but they are very intentional, right? I'm going to put some action behind this. I'm gonna put some like some real steps behind these lives and really just help people get from A to B, to get from where they are to the place they want to be, right? And so I feel like that's part of my calling here in this life, right? And so while I'm helping you, I'm going to be helping myself as well. Hey, what's up, y'all? I see y'all joining. But while I'm helping you, I'm going to be helping myself as well because I feel like as I'm talking, as I talk, as I encourage you all, I encourage myself. So, yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? As I encourage you all, I encourage myself. So, as I show up here, I'm showing up for you guys, but I'm also going to be showing up for myself, right? And so, I'm looking forward to 2026 and all that it has to bring. And so, like I said, my word for the year is try again. To try things over, the things that didn't work in the past, to try it over, right? To do it over. And, I feel like this time it's going to work out. This time it's really going to work out, right? And so that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm believing in, right? And that's what I'm standing firm on. All right. And so what I want from you guys is just to watch. I just want you to watch, right? Like, see what happens, right? Like, I'm using my life as an example of what's possible, right? So I want you to tune in, to follow. You can watch the lives, you can do whatever, you can say what's up, you can stay quiet, wherever it is. Like I'm still gonna show up, I'm still gonna be here, I'm still gonna be present, right? But I want you to see how God works throughout my life, right? Like I want to be that example, right? So just watch like a guy who's in the rebuilding stage, right? A guy that is fully submitting himself to the calling that God has on his life. Like just watch and see how that works out. And I'm in the beginning stage of it, right? And I'm going to come and talk about it. Like, right? I'm gonna come and report back to you guys on how it's going. Man, like right now, like I'm just in a position like with my hands open up, right? And so I'm just like, well, God just use me however you see fit, right? And so whatever path that He's taking me, that's where I'm going. Right now, I'm in the financial industry, and so I'm at the very beginning. The very beginning, I started it last year, and so one thing. Um, I really feel like God called me to that industry, and so like to dispel like myths and things like that as it deals with finances and insurance around the Black community, and that I have really seen like fruit from that already, and also I feel like it's a great opportunity for me to provide for my family as well. And so, but I'm at the beginning stage of this, right? So, like I said, I just started last year. I think I actually got my license in September of last year, and already I have grown my team to 6 people, right? And so that's 6 more people helping people, like to get their finances in order, and then also helping giving them products and showing them products that can help protect their wealth and their life, right? And so that's what I'm on, man, just rebuilding, right? And so, like I said, I want to be that example, right? I want you to show up. I want you to just watch, right? You don't have to comment. You don't have to say a thing. I just want you to remember this first live and be like, man, this is where this guy's at now. He's at the beginning stages. Man, let me see what the end is going to look like. Let me see what December 2026 is going to look like for this guy, right? So we just talked about my career. And so now we're going to talk about to be at all, period. Currently, my weight is right now, I think it's like at 330. It was at 335. But I started an accountability group with a couple of guys in my church. And so we are holding each other accountable, man, to actually get fit and lose this weight. Right. And so one thing about me, like I've been big all my life, right? And I've always seen it as a hindrance. And so instead of using it or seeing it as a hindrance, I'm gonna do something about it, right? And I have the same goal every single year, like to lose weight, the same goal, lose weight. However, like at the end of the year, I'm still setting that same goal. So like now it's time to get serious about it, right? I'm not going into 2027 with the same goal. I'm going to take care of it in 2026, right? And so that comes with being intentional. That comes with having accountability. That comes with being submitted to God. That comes with getting rid of selfish habits, right? That comes with discipline. And so since I know what it comes with, I'm going to go out and do it. And like I said, I'm going to use my life as an example for you guys to see like what's possible. Um, so we talked about my career. We talked about my fitness, my family. My family's straight. Like my family's straight. Present father, present husband, wifey, and I we're doing good. And so, but of course, we can always do better. And so, just being intentional, dating my wife, being intentional father, making sure I'm spending time with baby girl. Um, and so on that end, on that front, everything is good, right? And so we talked about career, we talked about fitness. Now let's talk about finance. Finances need some work, right? And so there's a level that my wife and I want to get to, and we're not at that level yet, right? And so that's the goal for this year, right? Is to get us to where we want to be financially. And so, like I said, I'm in the beginning stages of my financial professional career. And so that I know is going to help us to get us to where we want to be. Um, and we try like creating businesses and things like that. And so again, like I said, this year is a year of try again. So we're gonna be revisiting that, like seeing what businesses we can create together to create other streams of income, right? So, but as far as finances with the financial professional career, I'm at the beginning stages of that. Like I'm in the very beginning stages of that. Like I told you, I started last year, last September, and I've already built my team up to 6 people. And so I want you guys to watch that. Like watch where I'm going to be by December of 2026, right? So I know right now I'm gonna have over 20 people on my team by December 2026, right? And we're gonna be helping. I want to say we're going to be helping at least, at the least, 10 families a month at the least, and that's at the very least. And so I just again just watch, right? And so we just talked about career, we talked about fitness, we talked about family, we talked about finances, and we kind of talked about freedom when we talked about business as well, right? But my point is, guys, like I'm at the beginning stages of a lot of this stuff. And this is me like submitting myself to God, doing what He has called me to do. And I want you guys to see how it's going to work out for me. I want you guys to just show up. Again, just watch. You don't have to comment, you don't have to like, you don't have to do nothing. But I'm gonna continue to show up. I'm gonna continue to do the work. And I want you to see where I'm at by the end of 2026, right? 2026 is definitely my year. It's not my year because I say it's my year. It's my year because I'm intentional about it. It's my year because I'm going to act on it. It's my year because I'm going to execute on it, right? And so I hope this blessed y'all tonight. I hope you took some value. Hope you continue to tune in every single week. Like I said, I'm going to go live 2 times a week. Don't know when those times are, but as I go, it will become more structured, will become more established. And so, man, I look forward to like just continuing to showing up, inspiring you guys as I inspire myself, and just watch, like just see what it takes like to for a person to rebuild themselves, man. Because one thing I realized, especially when playing football, right? The 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 human nature is really indestructible, right? Like you can't kill it. The only way that you can kill it is if that person just stops believing, right? So if you lack that belief in yourself, you're not gonna get very far, right? So you gotta believe in yourself. And right now, like my belief in myself is like up here, right? And that's because my belief in God is up here. So just watch, man. Like, and if you are in the same position that I am, where you are starting over, essentially, like if you're in the rebuilding stage, like I want you to join me on this journey, right? just join me on this journey. So you see me, say what's up. Just say I'm with you, whatever it is. So just know that I'm with you, you and me, and we rocking together. But man, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed and beautiful night, and we will be seeing a lot of each other. Man, y'all have a great night. I love y'all. Peace.